1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And it's a wee bit out of sync, so let me just fix it. Try again. Right, still out of sync, hold on. One, two, three, 3, 2, 1. Ah, that's it synced. Cool. Ah, yeah, that's it fine. Okay. And then the audio's all, aye, everything's fine. Cool. All good. So, we're squat, benching and barbell rowing. If I hit squats, this will be me in my training zone. So this is a big ask. This is big. So excited, can't wait. Can't wait. So let us just, also if you can see, I've got the haircut, I've got the beard sorted, I've got the brows, so I'm a lot more tidier looking. A lot more tidier looking, so I'm fucking hungry as well. So oh man, my phone. Okay, so let's get warmed up. So we'll do, as I say, we'll still do the bar, we'll do 70, we'll do 120, and then it'll be 150. So I also cut my nails and that, so I feel a lot fresh. I just feel fresh. Saturday and Sunday, Christian, how's it going, mate? Oh, east. How's it going? Cool. Oh man. I'm good. As I said, I've got my hair cut and I've got my beard and all that tidied up, my facial hair, my brows and that, so I'm feeling good, looking good. That is it. So I'm just doing my squats, my bench. Hopefully my benching will be a wee bit better, but we'll see. What about yourself? How's your day been? Oh, also I got my car cleaned. So my car's nice and all valeted and all that. Oh. Right, let's do the next set. Okay, weight's moving well there. Weight's moving well. So I don't have the best jumps. So this will be the next set. This is 120. And one thing I can tell about my legs getting big is fucking my ass keeps on fucking eating into my boxers and my shorts. Oh, my belly. So yesterday, because I hadn't ate all day, and then I picked it up from work and went to bed ahead, I just decided, I just decided to get a KFC, but I had to make sure it was still in my calories, so I ended up eating 2,300 calories of KFC, and it was good going in, but it felt a bit afterwards. Happening, Ben from I Show Speed Alt. Get oiled up. I want you to get oiled up. It's quite funny because I do have, for like dry skin and all that, Johnson's baby oil. But no, I am not going to get all oiled up. No. I'm doing a workout. I don't want my barbell to slide off me and cause serious harm to my gym equipment. So no, I shall not be getting oiled up. I am eating some Rice Krispies. staple diet to some juicy gains. I've got Rice Krispies, I've got 2 packs of Golden Wonder, and I've got a bottle of water. Don't you listen to Eddie Abu? Who the fuck's Eddie Abu? You know Eddie Abu? No, I don't know Eddie Abu. No, hold on. Wait, are you Scottish by any chance? Just the way you said no, so I'm thinking you're a fellow Scotsman. If this is the person that I've googled the thingy, bodybuilder, I'm guessing. I recognise him. Oh yes, I recognise him right away. Right, let me go on to my next set. Right, so this is 120 kilos. This is my next warm-up set. As I said, no belt. I will use my belt for my working sets. Easy. Damn. Appreciated. So that was easy enough. We now move on to the working sets. Bruv gonna be Scottish Eddie if he works like this. Nah, I don't think I'll ever be that big. Because as I say, I'm already capped at 5'5", so I've already been nerfed. So there's no much more gains I can put in this tiny ass frame. And also, I'm also weight cutting as well, so that doesn't help. Show us the biceps. Biceps aren't the worst. I mean, they've been better. They have been better. My left arm is bigger than my right, but biceps are no bad. Same with the triceps, like my left tricep is quite juicy and meaty, but I've got an underdeveloped right tricep. It's still alright. My right tricep's still alright, it's just not as big as the left. It's just a wee imbalance I need to fix. Broke and smashed my head in one shot. Well, having muscles and being strong doesn't mean you can fight. But I have done martial arts from a young age. I don't do combat sports now, but I did do it growing up throughout my youth. Bit of judo, bit of boxing, bit of taekwondo. Well, not in that order. It was judo, taekwondo, boxing. But I don't do any combat sports now. Nobody want to fuck with bro in the streets. As I said, I'm only 5'5", so I'm not a very intimidating force. So 9 times out of 10, people don't want to fight me because, one, I'm wee, they don't think I'm worth it. But I'm quite underestimated, so to speak. I say being 5'5", but being able to deadlift and over 200 kilos and be able to squat like 180, I can pick up the majority of the population. That's a warning to the ops. Aye. That's what I'm saying. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But if shit starts, I would try to end it. Or I'd just be sparked at cold. You don't know. You never know. Right, I'm still resting just now. But bro is a G. Appreciated. What about yourself, man? Where do you hail? Where are you from? I was thinking you're maybe Scottish because you know how you went north, like you hit me away with the patter. Oh, you heading out already? Cool. Peace, my man. 07. That was a pure flyby, wasn't it? Oh, mate, I'm not really hip, I'm not really in with it, but there you go, my man. Boom. Something Elforga, is that how I'm saying it? Elforga. You are hot and cute, man. Hello, I am Mr. Elfka, short for Mr. Elfie. How's it going? I've seen you pop up before, but I've not heard from you in a wee while. Hope you're well, mate. What am I doing? I'm setting a timer, that's what I'm doing. Give myself about a minute and a half and then we'll go. Well, it's wrist mobility, I know that for a fact today. So, we'll see how this is, and then we'll take it from there. Oh, my elbow's actually quite dry feeling today. Yeah. Need to get a wee bit of moisturiser. I've got it there, but I can't be arsed putting moisturiser on my arms and that just now, and then my hands been all, you know, oily, and I'm going to put it in the barbell. I didn't understand anything you said, but you are so cute. Okay, thank you. I forget, I need to slow down my talking, because the Scots accent is a bit strong. So, I'll try and slow down my talking. Right, let's do this. 150. So, first set, no belt, and then we'll include the belt after. We have got this. Okay. So. Still moving a bit easy, but I've got a wee bit of knee wobble. Hold on. So I'm just doing a wee calculator. Man. Sorry, I'm breathing a wee bit hard there. I'm just doing some calculations, but yeah, I need to. So 150, we have done 150 and we got it for 3 reps. Cool. And I forgot I had to update that, so there we go. So I've already completed deadlift, top of the bracket. So let's just see, for example. So edit, I want to see metric deadlift, and it is 185, and we did it for 3 reps there. That's saying my 1 rep max is 209. So if I edit, and let's just say the reps I get is 8. That takes me to 225. Okay, so everyone's slightly different. Slightly different. Okay. But fair enough. All good. Right. We're going to keep progressing. So let me just watch my last set. I see we are taking our time just now. So timer's just ticking. So how long ago was that? 5 minutes. I should be ready to go in a wee second. So I just want to watch my form. So good. Down, down, down. Aye, perfect. Boom. Perfect. Perfect, 3 perfect reps. That's fine. Looking good. No issues at all. Can't complain. Excellent. So let's do another set. But this time we'll include the belt. And the reason why I'm using my belt now is because I'm into my heavier loads. And also I want to make sure that I can still train consistently and not have my lower back completely fatigued. I still do sets, heavy sets without any equipment, just so that I know I'm strong enough to do it. Like, have you noticed I've not been using knee sleeves yet either, so I'm becoming stronger. It's too tight. There we go. So let's see how I get on with this. I've still got my pudge, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm hoping as my weight, Sapling shifter, I'm hoping as my weight comes down, my strength still stays the same. That's why I'm doing my cut just now, so that means I can try and sit in maintenance for a wee while, for at least a month. Hopefully I can stay in maintenance while I'm prepping, and then I can just compete. So we'll see. But I'm good, Shifter. You picked a great day to come on and watch me, because we're benching today, so we can discuss a bit about benching and stuff, which is excellent. So let me just do my set. Let's go. Fucking last rep. Them knees done the fucking stanky leg. I had leg day today. Good man, good. That wasn't the best. Well, the first 2 reps felt good. That last rep was a bit ugh. Let's have a look. I'm still hitting parallel, which is excellent. Okay, that's a good cue I've got now. Look up to the ceiling. Aye. Excellent, very good. Very good. So, got a couple minutes rest and then we're on to it. What did you do in your legs, my man? What kind of leg day session did you have? Squats, leg press, leg extensions, weighted hyperextensions, and killed it with some calf raises. That's a good overall workout, aye. More for quads, aye. No, good workout, mate. And I dribbled a bit of water on me. I can't remember the last time I'd done anything with except from squats. All I do for legs is squats and deadlifts. That is it. I can't remember the last time that I did a leg extension. Well, actually, I can. It was last year. I was doing some accessory sort of stuff, but I can't remember the last time I did a calf raise. My squat is so behind with my other lifts though. What is your squat, if you don't mind me asking? But also remember, you train for hypertrophy, not strength. So, and also people tend to not be as good at stuff they don't enjoy, and if they're not built for it. But as you said, you were struggling with your squat for a while. Now you've got the squat shoes, so hopefully you can make some real progress. So that's it. I've always sucked at bench. I didn't squat all the way because of my ankle ability. It was only 80 for 8. But it's going up as a regular squat. Absolutely. Thing is, for the majority, the vast majority of the population couldn't squat. I don't know how much your body weight is. The vast majority of the population can't squat their body weight. One, because they've just not got enough mechanical ability to do it. And two is people don't, I say, really do that sort of thing. And it's like, in all honesty, if I'm being super honest, see for my first, like, we'll say, year and a half to maybe 2 years, I didn't train legs. All I did was upper body. But I was quite okay downstairs because I did martial arts. So I was doing a lot of kicking and all that, and then I was quite a good sprinter. I was fast. So my legs were decently developed from just doing that sort of stuff. But doing like squats and all that, never done it for my first like 2 and a bit years of lifting. Year and a half to 2 and a bit, I'd say. I can't really remember. But I did 130 for one on bench press. So at least that's strong. Yeah, my legs are a week behind, but working on them. Absolutely, because your strongest portion of your body is your legs, your posterior chain. Well, at least that should be the strongest. So for me, my bench is quite shit compared to my posterior chain. But I wouldn't say I've got anything really lacking. I'm quite unfortunately, I'm quite well balanced. Deadlift 215, squat 187.5, bench 115. It's all kind of, you know, like if someone told you, oh, I squat 187 and you ask them the deadlift, they go 215, you go, yeah, that's quite realistic, that's quite an eye, that's kind of, you know, an even spacing. Or what do you bench though? 115, they go, aye, alright. So I'm quite evenly made. Right, let's get this last set. I'm going to see how it is with the belt actually facing the front. Okay. Oof. Whew. Oof. Nah, I didn't like the buckle to the front because part of it just fucking dug in. But no, that's good to know. I did squat a bit deeper there. Yeah, I should squat more on bench. Yes, you should squat more than your bench, absolutely. As I'm saying, your legs are amongst your biggest muscles in your body, so they should be bigger in proportion to the rest of your body. The only type of people that don't really have that is calisthenics. Normally they've got quite a big upper body frame, but the lower body's very quite skinny. Very quite skinny. No, quite skinny. So let's just watch that set. It's a bit footery, I need to get a bit more bass. 1, 2, 1. Okay, aye, not the worst. Wee price alert. Ah, good. Good. And that's where I bought it at. Oh, okay. We email. Oh, timer's just ticking by anyway. So, let me just Samson Bertha Bonvoda. Well, lurking while working. Nice man, nice. Good seeing you check in, mate. Appreciate it. We're just gonna give that. No, what did I do? Undo. Give that a good old green. There we go. Okay. Right, we're moving on to bench. So let's get set up. So that was good. Oh, feeling strong. But at least we're moving on to bench now, Shifter, so we'll be able to discuss my points and that. And I'll be able to explain how I set up a bit easier. Yeah, I'm here. Good man, good. Okay, let's just crack open my bag of crisps. Let's start with Ready Salted first. And the only reason I'm eating crisps, even though I'm saying I'm a weight cut, is it's just to make up, because I'm trying to get rid of all the snacks in my house. Plus, I've ate Rice Krispies today. I'll probably just have dinner and that'll be it. So I'll probably be quite under my calorie limit. This will at least bulk up a wee bit. Alright. Alrighty. Okay, so I zoned it there. So as I said, Shifter, like, probably the way you're benching isn't very as technical as a powerlifter style, so I'll try and just, as I say, as I'm warming up, keep it very basic. Feet are flat on the ground. I don't have my heels up because IPF rules that you can't have your heels off the ground. Feet must be planted, your bum must be planted, your shoulders and your head must be planted on the bench. So, I'll just put this. And as I said to you, so these marks right here is the legal power, the widest legal powerlifting. So essentially, this is the widest grip you can take, and this is the closest grip. So you've got quite a bit of variation. And as I said to you, see if, for example, one person is to bench closer together. So my arms are up here, come right down and right back up, right? But see if I pick my hands to the widest that they could possibly go, you'll see the massive, look, I can't even get the bar off the rack properly. This is the widest. Down, up, down, up. And that's the widest. So you can see that there's a massive difference. So if I'm here, I can only get it off like that. If I go closer, it goes much higher up. So that's a good couple of inches of range of motion, which is a big difference in strength training. However, ideally, the majority of people, you just want to kind of find a middle ground. So, of course, that's close, that's wide. For me personally, I put my pinkies to the line, the powerlifting mark, and that is my grip. There you go. So it's a happy kind of middle. So someone with longer arms and a slight disadvantage. Yeah. So if you've got long arms, it's more of a disadvantage in bench press. Means in competition you can't go wider. Nope. You can only go to the first powerlifting mark, and you have to have at least your finger touching the mark. Because if you'd go as wide as you want, people would be doing literally the fucking elbow. But of course, you can't really do that with, as I said, the second rule is which your elbow has to meet the middle of your deltoid. So as I said, I'll do my next set and I'll kind of show. So I'll have a wee couple of crisps. I also saw some ridiculous arch backs in competitions, but I guess it depends on the federation. Yeah, that depends on the federation. The IPF is really fucking stamping down and making the rules a bit tighter on that. So, as I say, I've explained the different grips to yourself. As I say, you'll know this yourself. But as I say, I'm talking from a kind of powerlifting standpoint of view. Which, as I say, things might help you, things might not. So, just take it in your own sort of stride. But as you can see, wider the grip, less range of motion. Shorter the grip, longer range of motion. But you have to play to your strengths. See if someone is like weighs 120 kilos, they've got a big massive fucking barrel chest, but they've got really fucking strong triceps and delts, and they've got a big massive chest area. They can afford to do close grip because the range of motion won't be as much. Also, they'll have a lot more power close grip because their triceps can really fire up. Whereas myself, I'm not the biggest of people upper body wise. So for me, technically, the wider I go is better. It cuts my range of motion. Also, for my height, I do have quite a bit of a wingspan for my height. So I'm at a slight disadvantage there. So that's why I kind of go more middle, but a bit wider. I do close grip sometimes if I want to hit more tricep. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Play about with your grip width. You'll find you might be, I say, see if you go super wide with the same weight you're doing, you'll be weaker because you're not trained in that area of bench. So it's good to play about with all sorts of angles and grips, and then find your most comfortable grip angle and just work with it. So, next thing I'll talk about, as I said, is elbow depth and position. So, when I'm lowering, when I've got the barbell above, I'm going to have it in line with my shoulder, my delt. As my elbow comes down, the bar is coming in line with my chest, i.e. below the nipple or just above the sternum. I believe that's the sternum. Yeah, or just above the solar plexus and the sternum, just right in the middle where your pec bottom, the wee bone there. Just getting the bar to touch, and as you come back up, the bar goes up and back in line with the delt. So that's it. The bar doesn't go perfectly up and down. Some people do, they do more of a guillotine press and the bar does just go up and down. But for myself, when I bench, it's in line with the shoulder. It comes out of line with the shoulder, goes down, touches this lower pec / sternum, under a bench under the nipple, and then as I press back up, it comes up and back onto the shoulder line. So we'll just kind of display that. And also I'll talk about my head position. So my head's just on the ground, but on the bench. So pinkies. I'll do foot position in a second. Bar comes up, so that's in line with the shoulders. It comes down, back up, down, back up, down, back up, down, back up, down, back up. There we go. So as I said, bars here. It comes down, then comes back up. So not as high as that, of course. Let's just see, that's the sternum area. Comes down to the sternum and back up. It doesn't go like this. It comes down a bit and back up. So grip, put bar positioning on the chest and above you. And as I said, your head is down. You look at where the bar is in the start. As it comes down, you keep your eyes looking there. And when you come back up, the bar meets contact with your eyes again. Even to help, see if you're like this looking at the bar, that doesn't really drive much energy. Your head up, and see if you can push your head back into the bar that you're benching. It's kind of like an opposite reaction. You know how if you're on a skateboard and you push a wall, it pushes you away. If I'm pushing my head against the bench, and I'm pressing, I'm wanting to push away from the bench, but I'm still making contact. That's like kind of Newton's three laws. Every like equal and opposite reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. For example, as I said, if you stand on a skateboard and you push a wall, the force is equal from the hand pressure to the wall, and if you're pushing with equal force, you will move yourself away from the wall. The wall isn't going to move. Yeah, so that could be a wee cue for your head in the bench, is really drive your head into the bench. Boom. Right. And then, I don't need to explain, you know, to have your shoulders pinched and all that sort of stuff, and your like, back contracted and all that. So lastly, we'll talk about a strong foot position in setting up, essentially. Because it's really easy, see as you get heavier and heavier, it's not as easy to unrack the bar. So you want to be able to put yourself in a position where it makes the unrack fairly easy, but then you're able to put yourself into a strong benching position, which equals onto the kind of the back arch, so to speak. And also putting pressure through your feet and your legs. I didn't explain there. I'll quickly, you know, I won't do it with weight. I'll just lie on the bench and show. It is nearly 30 kilos of difference. So as I was saying, so to see for the bench to count, you'll be able to see. So with, as I say, the bar needs to touch your chest. So see if someone benches like this, it doesn't count. For a bench to count, you have to reach your elbows have to hit at least this position. Right? So see if I'm in this position, technically the bar isn't even touching my chest, but that's why people have, as I say, you have a slight arch. So when I'm benching, I'm coming down, and then when the bar makes contact with my chest, my elbows are in that position where the bottom of my elbow joint is in line with the middle of my shoulder, and then I can press back up. It's not, I don't have to be flat in the bench, bring the bar all the way down, the elbows right down and back up. That is good. That means the judges don't have to think about if it was a good lift or not. It is a good lift regardless. But of course, range of motion is a big issue as well. You want to try and cut your range of motion as much as you can in the strength sort of sport. As a hypertrophy, you want to have a nice good range of motion for more muscle and maximal building. But also there is studies that say partial reps is good, so maybe you don't need to go that big massive range of motion. Okay. So that's kind of me talked about everything to do with the upper portion of what the arms are doing. So I'll kind of I'll talk through briefly about leg setup positioning. So when I set up, as I say, my feet they have to be flat on the ground, but they don't have to be flat on the ground right from the get-go. I can have my heels off the ground to set up, and see once I unrack the bar, then I get the bar in a stable position, I lower my heels, I lower my butt, and I've got my, as I say, my 3 points of contact. I've got feet, butt, shoulders, of course head as well, but head is a given. So you can say your 4 points of contact: feet in the ground, butt in the bench, shoulders and head in the bench. That's your 4 points of contact. Technically you can say 5 because you're touching the barbell, that's your 5 points, but aye, enough, we're just getting pedantic. Right? So, to actually get myself in a comfortable position to unrack the bar. So first is where I'm putting my head in relative to the bar. See, if I'm higher up the bench, it's going to take less effort to unrack, but I'm going to be closer to these J-cups, which if I'm pressing, I might hit off these, make it more awkward for myself. So ideally, I want to move myself down to the bench. The good rule of thumb is either to have your nose in line with the bar or your eyes. So it really just depends how you want to gauge it. So I've got my nose in line with the bar. I could go lower down, but see, the fact is if I'm coming lower down, it makes it harder to unrack because the bar's behind my shoulders essentially. Makes it more difficult. So that's why we say nose, between basically nose and eyes in line. Okay? So right now my feet are flat. I've got my nose in line, head's on the bench. Got my grip. So now I've got my grip, shoulders, I'm pushing against the bar, just have a nice tight position. So what I'm doing now is my feet come up, so I'm on the heels. I'm going to flex my glutes, but see where my feet are, and I'm pushing. I'm going to stand up with my heels, so my feet are flat, my butt's off the bench, head's against. I'd take a deep breath in. I'm now in this position and I lower my butt on the bench. And that's how you put yourself into a really strong position. However, that does put a good bit of tension in your back. So if you're not used to it, you might cause some back spasms. Some benches have those racks at an angle, so it'd be easier to be higher if you don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just explaining to you everything to do with the bench. So there's not the right way to do it. Everybody has their own way. For example, I'm just saying if you're further up the bench, it'll be easier to unrack, but you might run the risk of whacking the bar off your J-cups. Where if you're further down the bench, it's harder to unrack, but you'll run less of a risk of bashing the barbell without causing distraction. Yeah. And as you saw with my feet position, I started with flat feet, moved to heels off the ground, then went to flat feet again with my butt off the bench, unracked the bar because it puts you at a better position to unrack. And then once I've got the bar stable and still, and I've got my breath and all that, I then lower my butt onto the bench, and I'm good to go. And my head is nice and tight on the bench. So we're now going to perform the set of the main working set. And I won't really do any more discussing until after I do the set, so I'm into my working sets now. So is it easier to unrack with your butt up? Yeah, because just think about it. So the hardest type of a bench press is an incline bench press. Then flat is your standard bench. See when you do decline, it's really easy. Decline, you feel like you can move much more weight than what you actually can. So see when you lift your butt off the bench, your chest is lower down than your butt. you're essentially creating an artificial decline. So it'll make it much easier to unrack because you're in a slightly stronger position. So for example, why do you think when you see people ego lifting and when they're really pushing, their butt comes off the bench? Because they're putting themselves in that decline position to push the weight up easier. In powerlifting, if your butt raises off the bench, it's a no lift. But that's why when you see people struggling in the bench and their butt rises, that's because they want to use their hips and everything to force the bar up more or to put themselves at a better position, and i.e. a decline, to put the bar in a better position. True, haven't thought about that. That's it. As I say, I've been training for a long time, so you do, as I say, I'm not a fancy person that studied sports psychology or whatever it's called, or sports therapy and all that jazz. I learned by trial and error and just by understanding the lift. Just understanding it. Because yes, a bench press is easy, but if you break it down, it can be a bit more complex. So what am I doing? Timer. We'll just put like a minute and a half or something. But we're doing well today. We are doing well. We'll do the first set without any equipment, and then we'll use, as a belt and straps. So hopefully we'll be all good. Put ourselves in a nice strong position and just get on with it. Fucking dry skin, man. Okay, let's get ready to go. I think one issue with my benching is I need to be a bit more consistent. Well, not consistent, I need to add more volume to my bench because I'm only doing 9 sets of bench. Yes, squat and deadlifting, technically deadlifting, I'm only doing 3 sets, working sets. I need to increase my volume of all 3, I think. I think deadlift, add a wee bit more volume, not too much. Maybe I need to do more lower weight deadlift volume. But pardon me, sorry. Let's just get ourselves strong in this. I'm getting cramp in my back. We strained my neck there. So, see, I'm still needing to play about with my positioning because I feel stronger on some bits, I don't feel stronger on others. When I have my body lower down the bench, I feel alright, but I don't feel very strong. When I have my body, like my butt, closer to my head and my shoulders, I feel stronger, but I have so much pressure in my back. So, and also that wasn't the best pause, well not pause, but I touched my chest, it just wasn't the best pause. I think if I was to do it in a competition, it would be a no lift. Just for the fact it was a bit quick off the bench command, it would be. Aye, you need to pause a wee bit longer. But the barbell's alright. It moves fairly alright. We'll just see. Delicious. So of course now we're going to do, I'm going to use belt and straps. You know what, I might just do belt and then straps, belt and straps. Because honestly my wrist felt fine through that. Do you also feel it in the front delts? For me, no, I can't say that I do. Maybe, but I don't really feel it in my front delts benching. It's more cause you know you're putting your back arch slightly on. It creates a slight decline effect. The only way that you'd feel it more in your delts is if it's more of an incline, which makes it more difficult. That's when you'd feel it in your delt. When you bring it down, there will be a wee bit of activation in your delt because of course it's a pushing exercise, but there won't be as much compared to as up here. So for example, see if you just put your hand on your front delt, put it up high, you can feel that muscle contracting, and lower it, you can feel the muscle not contracting. It's still contracted, but not as much. It's more your pectoral, and as you come up, the front delt becomes more contracted, the lower not so much. If I bring it down, it becomes more contracted. So the answer is yes, but not really much. Right. Let's get ready to go. And also, that's the reason why I wear my belt on my bench sets, is because when I get myself in the arch position, I say my back does contract a lot. This kind of just helps with the back contracting. That's why you need to make the belt extra tight, because see when you lie down, your flesh and all that kind of moves slightly. And that's why the belt's actually a wee bit higher up. Right, so I'm going to move the belt a wee bit lower down. Because see when you're bracing for bench, you're not putting air into your stomach, you're putting it into the chest, because it makes your chest bigger, which also decreases that range of motion. So that was good. First rep was very good, but see my butt. I should have got my butt more up into the bench. I'm feeling my back contracting quite a bit. That was good. That was very good. So what we're doing now, pardon me, sorry, is we'll get a rest for a good wee bit. We'll do our final set with straps as well as the belt, and as I say, hopefully I can get at least 3 reps. So timer, we're just going to give it 5 minutes, a full 5 minutes, just recover. This is the difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting and sort of strength sport in general. You need to give yourself that time to recuperate. So whilst we're chilling, let's just have a nosy at who's streaming. Don't recognise him. I recognise Foxyzilla. Don't recognise. I kind of actually recognise that, but not really. But cool. We're doing alright. Let's check Twitch now. I don't recognise her. Don't recognise the whole Derek or the whole rec. Don't recognise. There's Foxyzilla. Yoga Hang. We may recognise him. No. Bam Bam Bim Bim. I don't recognise that. Okay. There's a plethora of people. Okay. Cool. Oh man. So I'm just zoned out there. Completely zoned out. Yeah, I do around 90 seconds or I'm not out of breath. Yeah, that is more of kind of a bodybuilding style. Like I'm between 30 seconds to a minute and a half. That is a good bodybuilding kind of zone. Whereas anything strength, 3 minutes and above. Slap myself in the nuts there. Okay. Let's get this. Come on. So, right now I'm conscious that my right wrap is tighter than my left. But I've already got it on, so I can't be arsed. Ah, come on, man. Right. I'm 1 rep short. Man. Definitely wasn't my strongest position, but I. Bitch, man. Bitch. One rep shy, man. What's your favourite exercise? Oh. Are you talking about favourite exercise like squat, bench, deadlift? Are you talking about favourite exercise like ever? Like in general? Doesn't matter. Right, I'll do both. So out of squat, bench and deadlift, I would have to say deadlift is my favourite, then squat, then bench. Don't get me wrong, I really do like squatting, but deadlift is my best lift. That's why it's my favourite. Now, out of all the exercises to do, what's my favourite? I'm trying to think back to when I was in high school sort of training. What was the exercise I always just fucking done? See, I might just have to say like dumbbell rows or something like that. It's either something to do with the back or something to do with the biceps, dumbbell chest. But is that ice? Because I do remember I used to fucking ham the fuck out of bent over dumbbell row. But then again, I used to love doing hammer curls or even just a normal curl. Or like, I used to love hitting biceps. So it's either something to do with the biceps or the back. Either dumbbell row or like a bicep curl. They're probably between my best. Don't get me wrong, I do love a fucking tricep pull down. But speaking of like, you know, if I speak from like my best muscle groups is my biceps, my back, my legs nowadays, but I'm talking about back then. Yeah, mine is triceps. Yeah, see, everybody's built different. Then again, see, looking back, I wish I prefer triceps because your triceps is what makes your arm look bigger. Because bicep is 2 muscles, tricep is 3 muscles, and your tricep is what actually makes your arm bigger overall. What about pull-ups? Well, see, if I look back, I did do a lot of pull-ups. I used to do muscle-ups. I used to be able to do muscle-ups really easily. But I never really started doing weighted pull-ups until like being in here. I never really did weighted pull-ups, and now I'm doing them with 20 odd kilos. So I do like, I can't lie, I do like weighted pull-ups, I do. But there's just something about just a bent over dumbbell row, just getting something heavy and just going boom, boom. Like you're starting a lawnmower, just makes you feel badass. I said lawnmower, that's not very badass, I should have said like a chainsaw or something like that. Also, stronger tricep, exactly. I think that's something that I'll need to focus on. Because see, once I've got myself down to my final kind of training block bit, that's when I'm going to be adding volume, i.e. I'm going to add more exercises. And I think my main accessory will be close grip benching with a wee bit of, you know, tricep accessory, isolation. Love dumbbell rows, but I know it's too much cardio. That's it. Right. Oh. Fuck. Man. I'm making good time, so it's good. Doing good. Weight and shoulder presses also. Yes, absolutely. Well, I do shoulder pressing, and my pressing is actually getting better. Like, I think I did 62.5 for 3 sets of 3, so not the worst, not the best, but I'm definitely getting there. Like I would like to overhead press 80. But I think I could probably see, because I do standing overhead press, so you're a lot weaker doing standing compared to sitting. I think if I was to do seated overhead press, I could maybe move a bit heavier weight, but because it's more of an isolation, maybe not. I'm plateauing. Right, let's get into rows. Oh, yeah, I need to hoover this room because there's fucking hair everywhere. Need to get the gym all tidied. I'm fucking gutted that I've just missed out on doing 100 kilo next week. Fucking gutted. But hopefully on Monday when I do benching, I can get my 97.5 or 3x3 and then I can move on. Pardon me, sorry. Do you take some supplements, creatine maybe? We'll see when I'm in my competing sort of areas. I do take creatine and I take whey protein. But see, after my last competition, I've kind of just stopped taking creatine and protein. But I do have it in the house. I do need to get back into the point of taking it. Because of course creatine makes you stronger. However, you retain more water, so it makes you heavier. Which isn't the most ideal thing when you're competing in a weight class and you need to cut into that weight class. It's not the most ideal thing in the world. But I don't do water cutting, I just do gut cutting. Then I just do natural weight loss over time. So I do need to get back onto taking creatine and I need to start taking my whey protein. Yeah. Also, because I'm in a weight cut, whey protein will help me, feel fuller. Because if you want to feel fuller, have more protein, eat more fats. But however, if you want energy for right there and then, you just need carbohydrates. Basically, from my point of view, protein keeps you full, repairs the muscles. That's the main points of protein. There's not really, it's just repairs the muscles and keeps you full. Your carbohydrates basically allows your body to absorb more water, makes you a bit fuller and gives you quicker instant energy. Because see, when after you eat a bunch of pasta you feel bloated, you eat a bunch of bread you feel bloated. Carbohydrates fill you up. Yeah, but fats are important as well because you need fats to keep your joints healthy. Fats are good for long lasting energy, so that energy for throughout the day. And also yes, your hormones and that as well, yeah. Because fats are important as well. So a nice balance. What I tend to do is I'll tell you what my ideal split of proteins, carbs and fats is. So right now, since I'm weight cutting, my calories is 2,180. So 2, we'll keep it simple. 2,200, that's my calories for weight loss. So what I do is a split. I do a 35% carbohydrates, a 30% protein, and a 35% fats. So you might think your fats and your carbs are higher than your protein. Yes, that's because people think, oh, protein you need 1 pound to 1 gram of body weight, which is ideal, and people think you need more. You don't really. 1 pound to 1 gram of body weight, and if I'm to do, for example, 74 kilos to pounds, that is 163 pounds. So 74 kilos is 163 pounds. If I'm doing kilos, if I'm doing like proteins, pounds to grams, 163, 164. It's nice and balanced. Why do I eat more protein than what I want my body weight to be at? So it's just that sort of thinking. So if I keep my protein just at a balanced level, it just means my carbohydrates, my fats, I can use more energy. ,180 grams protein, 80 grams fat, and carbs depend. Aye, okay. Basically, protein and fat remain the same either. I'm cutting or bulking, just my carbs. Yeah. Aye, you do tend to find your sweet spot. Because as I say, I'm right now 85 grams of fats, 164 grams of protein, 191 grams of carbs. Yeah. Then that is within 2,200. Right, let's just do this next set. I've been a bit lazy there. I'm around 2,800 calories. I'm not really counting it. I should count it more. See, if you eat roughly the same shit every day, as long as you count what you roughly eat once, then you don't really need to count every single day. It's like, the only reason I'm really trying to dial in is so that I'm not worried about overeating. I'm worried about undereating, because that's what I done last time, cutting. I kept on undereating, and I lost too much weight. Because I'm quite good at not eating a lot, but being able to perform quite well considering being valued. That's why I'm trying to not cut too quickly. I'm trying to do it slowly and more accurately. That means I can then just adjust my calories back to maintenance, and then I can just sit in maintenance until my competition. I'll still do my gut cut to make sure that I get myself right underneath, and then I can compete. I can refeed and compete. I'm eating basically the same except lunch. There you go. So all you need to do is calculate your calories for breakfast and dinner, and then you can work it out. Because that's what I've done. Basically, hopefully by now you know I am a fan of the Rice Krispies. So I know a bowl of Rice Krispies for me, it's quite a big bowl. I tend to have over 400 calories of just Rice Krispies and milk. I can even tell you the exact amount. So just give me a moment. Oh. 2 wee seconds. My brain. Hold on, aye. So, just gotta go and show you. Oh shit. AKJG, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Damn, we're almost hitting 250, that's nice. But much appreciated, AKJG. That's a bit of a tongue bit twister. AKJG, aye. Appreciated, my man. Or gal, or whatever. Right, so what was I saying? So diary. So my food, so my meals, I've only got 2 in it just now until I start, getting really dialed in. So I've got my cereal, which is my Rice Krispies, which is 65 grams of carbs, 11 grams of fat, and 14 grams of protein. And then I've got the famous chicken, rice and veg meal, which I don't include sauce in my calorie intake because sauce is very minuscule and it helps flavour stuff. So yeah, you have sauce. Back in the day I didn't. I would just chicken, rice, veg, nothing. No salt, no pepper, no sauce. But I'm a bit older now. I like flavour. So chicken, rice and veg is carbs 36, fats 11, protein is 62. So much more. But this is all kind of averages. It might be less, it might be more. So it just depends. Yeah, so as I said, let me just go back. Go back. Yeah, so my bowl of cereal is 411 calories. And then my chicken, rice and veg, if I can find it. Hold on. Hold the bus, hold the bus. It's 516 calories. Aye. So not, it's quite balanced. Right, let's go to the next set. We're nearly there. There you go. Do you have 3 meals a day? Honestly, no. No, actually that's a lie. See, the only time I have 3 meals a day is when I'm working. Because I'll wake up, I'll have my Rice Krispies and all that, I'll have my lunch and work, and I'll have my dinner when I go home. But see, when I'm on my days off, I tend to be quite lazy with cooking, so I tend to just not eat. So, which is a bad habit. I need to start breaking my habit and actually get my ass in the kitchen and make myself more meals. But yeah, it's just a bad habit I've got. I tend to miss meals and be under. That's why I would always be under my calories. I'm not the best at bulking. The only time I'm good at bulking is when I'm eating takeaways after takeaways after takeaways, because it's all unhealthy and very high calories and that, and it's just easy. Plus sweets and ice cream and all that. Yeah, I do have 5 meals, yeah. So, see, at the bare minimum, I'll have 2 meals a day, and then at the most, I'll have 3 meals. I'm not the best. I just say, when I started training, I was an ectomorph, so I was very skinny, high metabolism and that. So I've always found it hard to eat. But don't get me wrong, I can put food away. So there's some cases I can eat a shit ton of food in one sitting. But to be in a regular eating, I'm not the best at regular eating. I could eat a big, massive fucking 2 foot long hot dog, scran it, and see the next day, I'm eating nothing. 100%, it's hard to eat clean. I know, like, see when I was in my best shape was when I was in high school, because I say you were only working, you didn't have all this responsibility, you didn't have a house. I lived at home with my parents. I bought all my own food because it was costing a bit of money. My mum even helped me prepare it, but most of the time I cooked all my own food back in high school. But yeah, like my diet in high school, but when I got really dialed in, was really good. So if I can think back, so I used to eat 2 slices of whole grain bread, 4 eggs, we'll say a £1/4 of bacon, so we'll say like 5 rashers of bacon and a pint of milk. Yes, that's not the healthiest of breakfast, but that was my breakfast every morning. For lunch, I would have chicken, rice and veg, all plain, but it was quite a lot of portions. Quite a lot. So I'd have that. Oh yeah, I meant, yeah, no, okay, I agree with you there. Yeah, reducing calories, yeah. If you want to get, well, as I said, I know, because see if you want to get higher calories, you need to eat more fats, like nuts, butters, milks, cheeses. A lot of that is good, bad, it just depends how you prepare it. But all that nice healthy fats help bulk up them calories. Then carbohydrates and then protein's the worst, I think. So as I was saying, and then at dinner time I would have, what would I have? I'd have either pasta or baked potatoes. So I one or the other. I'd have potentially from a half pound to a pound of meat. So chicken, beef, fish, one of the three, and then I'd have a bunch of veg as well. I used to eat super clean. It was a lot of food and it was not a whole lot of calories, but it was super clean. But I was in the best fucking shape ever. And if I was to replicate that now, I probably would struggle, but I'd probably get myself back into a good fucking shape. But it's just, getting to do it. Oat flakes, pasta, and rice is my go-to carbs. See, my go-to carbs, of course, Rice Krispies, rice, pasta, potato. I've been eating more sandwiches recently, so bread. I'm quite flexible with my carbohydrates. Go-to proteins is chicken and mince. I'm not a big fish person. I do like fish, but I'm not a big fish person. Protein, my meat hanging, well, eggs, chicken and beef. Right, let's get this first set. So 3 reps, good form. Let's have it. Okay. I love salmon. I like salmon as well, but I think just fish fish is really good for the healthy oils, the omega fatty acids and stuff like that. Well, the omega fatty oil, like all that sort of stuff. Not acids, like aminos and stuff like that. Fish is really good for like your joints and your heart health and all that. But it's the same way everything. Too much of one thing can be a bad thing. Oh man. We're just chilling now. I'm actually going to check my bench because I didn't actually check the last set. I didn't see how I failed. So let's see how. See, my right side moved better than my left. I'll eat these crisps in a wee bit. I can't be arsed just now, to be fair. Not really in the mood for the crisps. So that's what I mean. I struggle to get cat. I've only ate. Once I've ate them Golden Wonder, I have ate. Hold on. I have ate 676 calories, which isn't a lot. I've still got fucking just under 1700 calories. If you struggle to eat calories, protein powder with oat flakes and banana would be great. Maybe put some... See, I've never actually tried doing any of that sort of stuff. I've always just had my protein shake, that was it. Like, so see if I put like... Do I need to blend it? Oh, of course I need to blend it, wouldn't I? I'd need to have a kind of blender to put the peanut butter and the protein powder and that in it, wouldn't I? Yeah, of course. See, that's what I mean. I'd have just fucking chucked it together and gave it a shake. Try to fucking deep throat the banana. Fuck. Aye, blend it, of course. Cool. Oh, yeah, I could do that, aye. The only bad thing about putting a banana, see when you blend a banana, it changes the nutritional value. So when you eat a banana, it's good for you. When you blend it, it becomes very high in sugars. It's the same with a lot of fruit. So see when you drink fruit juice, it is very high in sugars. But when you eat fruit, it's quite good for you. And I'm not like a nutritionist, but I'm just thinking with maybe the fruit aspect of that, maybe because when you blend something, the reaction of that is what would happen in your stomach, and it gives it a more a lot of fructose and that sort of stuff. Banana is sugar, but after a workout it's great. Aye. Plenty glucose, aye. There you go. Because I think it's fruit. I don't even know, I can't mind. I say I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not the best at all that sort of stuff. I don't eat enough fruit, to be fair. I really don't. But I do like fruit. Apples, oranges, pears, bananas, pomegranate, watermelon, melon, plum, I don't mind plum. Strawberries, grapes, raspberries, blueberries. I do like fruit. Then you get into all the weird sort of fruits like fucking dragon fruit and all that sort of shit, which I'm a bit like, yeah, potassium as well, of course. Right, let's get another set done. Okay. Also, see I'm doing those, keep in check, see if you think my form isn't the best or if I'm cheating, tell me and I'll mark it as a failed set. I think I'm doing alright though. I'm just going to check that set there. Ah, that's fine. Form is great, appreciated. But as I say, if I do something that's a bit sus, tell me. I actually really approve of my haircut. Fucking. See, I tend to like only get I only really tend to do any sort of facial tidying and stuff when I actually do like having a thing to do. Like I've got a wedding tomorrow, so as I say, I've tidied the beard, got the eyebrows sorted, got the haircut, and I actually look pretty presentable. But half the time I've not really got anything like that planned. I just let myself go to shit. I don't know why I'm like that, I don't know. It's like, see if I've got nothing planned, I don't see the point in getting my hair cut, trimming my beard, you know, getting rid of the monobrow. I just kind of just let it all fucking go crazy. I need a haircut too, but most of the time I just put my hat on. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not a hat guy. Like, I can wear I don't mind wearing a beanie, but see wearing like a cap, yeah, these ears don't really cut it. No, I'm not what you call a hat guy. Don't mind a beanie, but I only really wear beanies if it's like cold weather. I've only got one kind of trucker beanie, I think it's called, whatever. It's just Under Armour, nothing fancy. But yeah, I'm not a hat person, to be fair. I need to stop touching my hair. Oh man. And unfortunately I still can't grow like a full thick beard or anything just yet. My hairs are too fine. But it's actually taken quite a long while for my full hair to actually, you know, look presentable. In all honesty. Some people didn't even see me without my cap off, I guess, lol. That's it, sometimes you just have a thing, like, I'm trying to say it, like, clothing wise I tend to be very casual. But most of the time I spend my time in gym clothes. Even the video you can see I'm wearing, I could see that actually. But fuck it, I say, everyone's got their own sort of attire, so to speak, that's it. Let's get this last set. Keep the form strict. Excellent. Oh man. I also like to wear a hoodie so I don't look at myself in the mirror all the time. See, that's one habit I do have. No matter where I am, where it'll be in the shops, walking in the street or anything, if I catch a glimpse of my reflection, I'm instantly going fucking tricep, name it, fucking hit a wee side pec. Can't help it. It's just the old inner sort of bodybuilding slash physique guy in me. Especially if you're getting dragged to go to the shops, you're walking around, they're looking at clothes and all that, and you just check yourself in the mirror. No matter what, without fucking a hesitation, if there's a mirror there and I'm walking, I'm instantly just fucking looking, and then boom, out the shot, boom, again. It's literally like, imagine you're the mirror. I'm literally just, and then away again. We drive by. That is it. I would do that as well. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie, so I can't focus. To be honest, I could be wearing like long sleeve baggy clothing, I'd go like that. Damn, I'm looking wham, even though it's all the clothing. Nah. Like, in this room, I've got a mirror there, but it's more of like a her mirror for like makeup or me, and I'm sitting down styling my hair. It's not really a posing mirror. Also as well, I don't have mirrors for lifting because it is a thing, you tend to look at the mirror or look at yourself. You want to really focus on actually doing the lift. You need those mirrors in every wall then, even as I sit. Just have a ceiling mirror when you're benching. That means you don't have to look at the fucking barbell, you can look at the ceiling. Oh, why did I put that down low? It should be up here. Oh, hold on, is that Bowser? Big bean burrito? Fucking is. How's it going, Bowser? Give the wee sort of fucking. Oh. There we go, wee Ziz. Oh man, hope you're doing well, mate. Right, we're almost finished. We're almost finished. We've got a wee bit of wrist mobility and then that's us. So, let's just look at the programme. I'd say I did that fine, so let's give it a green. Then tomorrow, yes, tomorrow I'll be doing weighted pull-ups with a 25 kilo plate. So the nice juicy red one you see, I'll be doing pull-ups with that. Overhead pressing 65 kilos, and of course we'll be deadlifting 185 again because we're not going past it just now. We're just allowing ourselves to have a wee sort of base plateau to allow like our squats to catch up, I think. Then bench is just nearly at that point. Weighted pull-ups rule. I do enjoy them now, to be fair. I never used to enjoy weighted pull-ups, but no, I do like them. Not gonna lie. Right, so let's just get some wrist mobility done, and that'll be us. So, let's just start as usual. So, as you can see, you can do elbows flared, so I'm going to have my elbows flared out and just come up. I'm just putting pressure in my fingertips. Well, actually, I'm not putting pressure in my fingertips. I'm putting pressure into my hand. Pretty much into the calluses in the palm of your hand. The camera's just resetting because I'm over 2 hours. Fuck! I've not done a 2-hour workout in a while. It's because I've been doing a lot of talking, to be fair. So, it's just natural, it's going to be taking a bit longer. Now I'm going to bring the elbows in. This will give me a much, deeper stretch. I bet you'll like them when you can rep with 25. Oh no, I will, but I do 3 sets of 3, so hopefully I can do 3 sets of 3 for 25. Okay. Wee light shake. Okay, I've got a wee bit of pain in the right, but it's actually died down. Don't know if I need more mobile in it. It's getting better. Or maybe I just haven't aggravated it and that's me just fucking aggravating it now. We'll see. I see you have a cable system. Are you using that for some rows maybe? I've actually not used that for any sort of work for a while. Normally I would use that for cable rows or doing like tricep stuff or even doing some leg stuff, like I manufacture it myself. But I think once I've got myself down to my final sort of training block. I am going to Hingy. I am going to run the more accessory stuff and more cable stuff. So this is where it hurts the most. So we'll have the elbows flared back and we'll just put pressure down. Yeah, I've got the pain. And do you have some dumbbells? Haven't seen. Aye, I've got loadable dumbbells. I'll show it. Oh. Alright, 2 seconds. Phone's ringing. Back again, sorry. She's just finished work, so she's just giving me a wee call. So I've told her I'm nearly finished anyway, so let's just continue with stretching. But I have loadable dumbbells, basically mini barbells essentially. They were expensive because they're Eleiko. Everything I've got barbell wise is Eleiko. All my plates are Eleiko apart from the bumpers. They're Bulldog gear. Okay. I'll show them what once I've done. Yeah, my wrist is actually a wee bit sore now, so maybe I've strained it a wee bit from stretching even. But no, that's fine. This is sore. It's putting a good stretch in the forearms. But this is also good for the biceps as well, as everyone has a knock-on effect. Oh, come on man, sore as shit. Sorry for swearing. Let's just relax. Slight movements, just get blood flow back in. Slight pressure, okay. Now I'll show you the dumbbell quickly. I'm only going to grab one of them because you only need to see one. But yeah, this is my dumbbell. So you see that I've got a whole bunch of plates. They're all 5 kilos, 2.5, 1.25s. So it's essentially a mini barbell. And I can load up to, see if I just use one dumbbell, I can load up about 55 kilos. If I'm using both the dumbbells, I can load up to 42.5. So I do get a good amount of weight out of these dumbbells. The dumbbell itself weighs 5 kilos. Yeah, the dumbbell only weighs 5 kilos. But you can load up is quite a bit. As I say, loadable dumbbells is great for space efficiency, but as I say, you have to load them yourself. So it can be a wee bit of a pain in the ass if you're doing dumbbell press. Load one, load the other, do a set. Then instead of resting, you're spending your time loading up the dumbbells and then you're going again. It's a bit footery, but I don't regret buying them, because see, to buy a rack of dumbbells from 2.5 kilos, or let's say a rack of dumbbells from 5 kilos up to 50 kilos would be one, a fucking fortune, and two, it would be so much space would be used up. Don't get me wrong, I could have got a much cheaper dumbbell option. These are quite expensive as it is, I'm not going to lie. I think for just one of these, one dumbbell, it's like 200 quid. I'll double check so I'm not bullshitting. Equipment, dumbbells. Well, but see when I bought it, it was cheaper. So see for one dumbbell, it is 250 quid. And see, they've actually got a loadable set now, up to 40 kilos. So for a loadable set, it's 1,595, which is quite expensive. Mine, I think, was cheaper because I actually just bought powerlifting plates rather than what the plates they wanted you to buy. And I bought normal collars, not the fancy collars. So yeah, mine were slightly cheaper. And also, since I bought them, inflation. Yeah, that's 250 for one dumbbell. So two of them, 500 quid. It is expensive, but see if I was to buy, let's just say for example, but we won't do the Eleco because the Eleco is very expensive, so we'll say Bulldog Gear. That's a UK sort of website. And they're good quality, average sort of pricing. So if I do dumbbells, and we'll say Hex, because the Hex are a bit cheaper, right? So there you go. So see for a 2.5 kilo to a 40 kilo set, that is, how much is that? Let's see, does it tell me the price? It's 2,315. So right there and then, I'm already cheaper buying the loadable dumbbell up to 40 kilos. By about half the price, well, by about £1,000 difference. But then if I was to do the dumbbells from 2.5 to 50 kilos, that is 3,300. So to buy a lot of dumbbells is expensive, but loadable dumbbells is cheaper. And Buggy Out, thank you for the follow. We've just getting average out a bit closer to 250. Much appreciated. Exactly what these dumbbells cost. But yeah, that's me done, my workout. So for those who have watched, appreciate it. For those that have jumped in, apologies I'm just about to jump out. But I'll be training again tomorrow, so check in then. As I say, I will love yous and leave yous. And I'll be seeing yous all tomorrow, so take it easy. Aren't those get too big though if you put those 25s on each side? No, wait, before I go. That's why I've got a bunch of these. So see, you can't really see it there. Right, hold on. Look, move the barbell. See all these white plates? They're all 5 kilos. So they go in the dumbbells. All these small plates go in the dumbbells. So as I say, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30 kilos there. Then the 2.5, so that's another 5 kilos, that's 35. And then that's 2.5 kilos. Including the dumbbell would be 42.5. So it's all the white plates, it's all the small plates I use for dumbbells. It just depends on the plates. So it just depends on the plate size. So if it's thinner, then you can load more. If it's thicker, load less. And I'll actually even, hold on. I know I said I was going, but hold on. I hate to leave in a wee middle bit, so let me just... Right, so let's see what the loadable dumbbell says. So it says max load is 40 kilos, depending on the width of the collars used and plates. So it really just depends on what you're actually using, plates wise and stuff. Doing more would break it. That looks like so. No, it just says you can load up to 40 kilos because of the space of the collar. Just because, basically imagine this is the dumbbell. It just says because of the width of the collar, depending on the thickness of the plates, you can only load up 40. I have loaded up over 55 kilos on the dumbbell before, and it's been absolutely fine. It's a Leco, they're built good. So I'm not worried about the dumbbell breaking. I don't think they would break under even 100 kilos on them. It's always something to test, but no. But that's me done. That's me done now. So, alright, I thought you meant, no, it says the total weight depending on the width of the plates and the collars. You can load much more onto it. As I say, when I get to actually, doing more accessory work, I'll show you the dumbbells, you can see them in action and stuff. I've also got an EZ bar that I don't really use as much, which is also a Leco. It's a very good EZ bar. But that's me done. I will love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous all tomorrow.